Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Welcome to this session on setting queue time targets in a call center. Queue time is a highly visible metric for customers and a critical driver of satisfaction, loyalty, and operational performance. But setting the right target isn't just about picking a number, it requires balancing customer expectations, industry benchmarks, workforce capacity, technology capabilities, and financial objectives. In this guide, we'll explore the key factors leaders must consider when defining queue time goals. These include understanding call volume patterns, aligning with service level agreements, assessing staffing realities, leveraging self-service and automation, and benchmarking against competitors. By the end, you'll see how thoughtful target setting creates a balance between delivering effortless customer experiences and ensuring operational sustainability. When setting queue time targets, one of the first factors to consider is industry standards and benchmarks. Across most industries, the common benchmark is to keep queue time under 30 to 60 seconds, but the actual target varies based on the criticality of the service provided. In high-stakes industries such as banking, healthcare, or emergency services, the expectation is far stricter. Here, customers often face urgent or sensitive issues, so acceptable queue times are typically below 20 to 30 seconds. Anything longer can erode trust, create serious risks, or even impact safety. On the other hand, in sectors like e-commerce and retail, where the nature of interactions is less critical, organizations may allow queue times of 60 to 90 seconds without significantly harming customer experience. While speed still matters, customers in these domains often have slightly more patience if they know their issue will be resolved accurately. In short, queue time targets must be context-specific. By benchmarking against industry peers and adjusting based on service criticality, call centers can set realistic yet competitive standards that align with customer expectations and business priorities. Another critical factor in setting queue time targets is customer expectations and experience goals. One way to gauge expectations is through patience threshold analysis. By examining historical abandoned data, call centers can identify exactly how long customers are willing to wait before they hang up. For some industries, the tolerance may be 2 minutes, while in others, customers abandon within 30 seconds. This insight provides a powerful, data-driven baseline for defining realistic queue time thresholds. Equally important are the organization's CSAT and NPS targets. If raising satisfaction or strengthening loyalty is a strategic priority, then stricter queue time targets become essential. Even if the business can technically operate with longer waits, reducing queue time signals responsiveness and care to factors customers directly link to higher satisfaction and advocacy. Ultimately, queue time goals must reflect what matters most to the customer, not just what's operationally convenient. Aligning targets with customer patience levels and desired experience outcomes ensures the call center delivers both efficiency and loyalty-building interactions. A third key consideration in setting queue time targets is the organization's service level agreements, or SLAs. Most contact centers operate under well-defined SL metrics, such as the widely used 80-20 rule, answering 80% of calls within 0 seconds. These benchmarks directly shape queue time expectations, since any deviation risks SLA breaches, penalties, or missed performance bonuses in outsourced environments. It's also important to recognize that queue time targets should not exist in isolation. They must be consistent across all customer interaction channels, whether voice, chat, email, or social media. For instance, If a customer receives instant replies on chat but waits over 2 minutes on voice, the inconsistency erodes trust in the brand. Aligning queue time with response goals across channels creates a unified, reliable customer experience. In short, service level agreements serve as the anchor point for queue time targets. By tying wait time expectations directly to SLA commitments and ensuring cross-channel consistency, organizations can protect compliance, maintain customer trust, and deliver a seamless omni-channel experience. Another important factor in setting realistic queue time targets is call volume and seasonality. During peak periods, such as holidays, product launches, or billing cycles, call volumes can spike dramatically. To maintain customer experience, call centers must either apply flexible queue time targets or ensure additional staffing and resources are scheduled to absorb the surge. Without this adjustment, queue times can quickly escalate, undermining service level commitments. In contrast, during off-peak times, stricter queue time targets may be achievable, since lower volumes reduce pressure on the system. Balancing these variations ensures consistency while still maintaining efficiency. Finally, crisis situations, such as major outages or system failures, may require a temporary relaxation of queue time targets. However, it's crucial to follow these events with a post-event analysis to identify root causes and prevent recurrence. In short, queue time targets must adapt to volume realities. A one-size-fits-all standard is rarely effective. Flexibility, supported by forecasting and contingency planning, ensures both resilience and customer trust. Another vital factor when defining queue time targets is the organization's workforce and capacity constraints. At the core are staffing levels. Targets must be grounded in reality, aligning available agent hours with the forecasted call load. If staffing is insufficient to meet peak demand, overly ambitious queue time goals will only set the operation up for failure and frustrate both customers and agents. A second consideration is the impact of cross-training. When agents are multi-skilled and able to handle a broader range of call types, call distribution becomes more efficient. This flexibility reduces bottlenecks in specialized queues and enables tighter queue time targets without increasing headcount. In essence, queue time targets cannot be aspirational alone, they must be operationally achievable. By balancing capacity against demand and investing in agent versatility through cross-training, call centers can set realistic goals that protect service levels while maximizing workforce efficiency. Technology capabilities play a crucial role in defining realistic yet ambitious queue time targets. First, IVR and self-service options significantly reduce the number of calls that reach live agents. When customers can resolve simple queries like balance checks, order status, or password resets through self-service, the load on the call center decreases. This efficiency allows leaders to set stricter queue time targets for the calls that truly require human interaction. Second, AI-driven forecasting and routing enhances real-time optimization. Advanced algorithms predict demand surges, adjust staffing needs dynamically, and route calls to the best available agent instantly. This intelligence helps organizations maintain tighter queue time goals without driving up costs through excessive staffing. In short, strong technology capabilities shift the balance. They don't just make targets easier to achieve, they empower organizations to raise their service standards while keeping operations efficient and scalable. Another important factor in setting queue time targets is call type and customer segmentation. For critical calls, such as fraud alerts, medical emergencies, or high-value VIP interactions, speed is paramount. These calls often require queue time targets as low as 10 to 20 seconds, ensuring that urgent issues are addressed immediately and customer trust is preserved. On the other hand, General inquiry calls, such as billing questions, product information, or routine service requests, carry less urgency. These can tolerate queue time targets of 60 to 90 seconds without severely impacting customer satisfaction, as long as the resolution remains accurate and professional. This segmentation-based approach ensures that service priorities align with both business value and customer need. By differentiating queue time targets according to call type and customer importance, organizations can strike the right balance between responsiveness, efficiency, and resource allocation. One of the most reliable guides for setting queue time targets is historical performance data. By conducting trend analysis over the past 6 to 12 months, leaders can clearly see how queue times have behaved under different conditions, such as seasonal spikes, staffing changes, or process improvements. This baseline helps set goals that are ambitious yet grounded in reality. Equally important is progressive goal setting. Instead of making aggressive cuts that disrupt operations, queue time targets should be reduced gradually. This step-by-step approach allows time for workforce adjustments, training, and process refinements to take effect without overwhelming agents or technology. In short, historical data acts as both a compass and a safeguard, ensuring that queue time targets are evidence-based, achievable, and sustainable for the long term. Another modern factor shaping queue time targets is an organization's readiness for AI and automation. With predictive routing, AI analyzes customer intent and urgency in real time, ensuring calls are directed to the best qualified agent or prioritized appropriately. This minimizes transfers, accelerates resolution, and significantly reduces average queue times. In addition, chatbot deflection plays a crucial role. By handling routine, low-complexity queries, such as password resets, order status checks, or billing inquiries, chatbots free up live agents to focus on higher-value, complex interactions. This shift eases pressure on the voice queue and makes ambitious queue time targets more achievable. Ultimately, AI and automation don't just support queue management, they redefine what's possible. Organizations with mature AI capabilities can confidently set stricter queue time targets, knowing technology is working behind the scenes to optimize both efficiency and customer experience. The final factor to weigh when setting queue time targets is the financial impact and return on investment. Every improvement in queue time carries a cost. For instance, reducing the average wait from 90 seconds to 30 seconds may require significant additional staffing or advanced technology investments. These decisions must be justified with a clear cost-benefit analysis, ensuring the financial outlay is proportional to the gains in customer experience. At the same time, queue time has a direct connection to revenue protection. Shorter waits reduce abandonment, meaning fewer lost sales opportunities and greater retention of customer lifetime value. In industries where every interaction can influence revenue, the financial case for lower queue time is often compelling. In essence, queue time targets should strike the balance between service excellence and financial sustainability. By aligning operational improvements with ROI, leaders can make decisions that not only enhance customer satisfaction but also safeguard profitability. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.